is with passion and for the love of what I'm doing. I was so stupid selling that many years ago.
The first
Sorry, yeah.
Moshpit Passion, for the passion of music.
Herzlich willkommen hier bei Moshpit Passion auf YouTube. Ich bin der Kajo. Wie ihr sehen könnt, ich bin nicht alleine heute hier. Und zwar haben wir den guten Michael von der Band Asinhell. Das ist deren Debütalbum. Das ist letztes Jahr rausgekommen. Aktuell ist die Band auf Europatournee. Und wir werden so ein bisschen über die Band natürlich sprechen, aber auch so ein bisschen über seine Person selber. First question is, how is your voice going? Because I saw you had some issues last year.
Yeah, I've been going through 3 operations. Now I'm actually capable of speaking, which is really good. And next step is for me to be able to sing. But I am rehearsing at the moment with Volbeat. We're going into the studio later this year to record the new album. So my voice has to be 100% later this year. And we also have a few shows with Iron Maiden in São Paulo.
Oh,
so,
nice.
I'm starting to get there.
When you started the band, I hope I get it right because I did a lot of research about you, Volbeat, and of course the new band. When you started Volbeat, you were at the point done with death metal. That's what Wikipedia is saying. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but how and when came this, let me say, vibe back to do, I want to play heavy music? And do you remember that during the last, let me say, years and back ago, 20 years ago, in which mood you were, and if you can compare it?
Well, the thing is, when I formed Volbeat, there was, the idea to mix a lot of different styles that I couldn't mix in death metal when I had my first death metal band back in the days, Dominus. So, there was kind of a break, and that was just on pause doing death metal. So I grew up with all these 50s melodic tunes, and we're listening to a lot of different styles of music, and I want to combine that in one band, and that became Volbeat, and Volbeat became extremely busy on the road and in studios, and there was no time for a second band. So I guess, like so many other people, they have their time to reflect on a lot of stuff during the pandemic, and I had the time to sit down and actually open up for the dark coffin of death metal riffs again. So that's what I did. And my good friend LG from Entomb sadly passed away, and he kind of gave me a push at the very end to start this project. I'm already sure that people already know the story. Or else, Google it, because I've been talking a lot about it. But he kind of gave me the push to get started, and here we are.
Was it hard to convince also your business side to say, hey, I want to play some really dark and heavy metal, which is not that, let me say the word, commercial as your main band? And they were like, I don't know. How was it? How did they react?
Everything I do is with passion and for the love of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I had no idea that Volbeat one day will become such a big band and a good business. We've been constantly touring, and we're constantly working very, very hard and dedicated. We could easily retire, but why should we do that? We still love what we're doing, and I'm doing this death metal thing for the same reason, for the passion, for the love of old school death metal. I'm a big nerd, and I'm proud of it. And so it's not a secret that I've been missing, going out and playing death metal again, but I just never really had the time for doing it. So, everybody knows that the only business there is in death metal is hangovers. So and this, I'm just having a really good time doing this. So no matter what I do in life, it's done with passion, and I have absolutely no intention of creating something that could lead to a good business, because I'll leave that up to other people, you know. It just came to be that Volbeat became that big, you know. So.
What I really like is that next week you will play my hometown in Essen at the Turok. You played with Volbeat there many years ago on the Swedish Dynamite tour with Hatespear and Ranchi. And when you play now with Asinhell, smaller clubs, do you reflect sometimes yourself like, wow, I'm doing this now over many, many years, and I'm playing again smaller clubs to like, hey, it was like 20 years ago when everything was a little bit smaller, and here I am again, and you enjoy it also with the same passion. Do you do that? Some kind of, reflect your own?
I have so many good memories from back in the days during this thing. Even though how Volbeat started, you know, that was also in a 9-seater, coming home with empty pockets, and we came home with hangovers and empty pockets. But you know, everybody did it for the love and passion for music, and we have so many great memories, meeting so many people out there. And for me, it's great to now also meeting a lot of my good old death metal friends back in the days where we were tape trading and exchanging underground magazines, and you know, those guys are still around playing obscure festivals that I'm now playing, you know. So it's all great, and I'm very thankful that I have a management like Cupran and people behind me who support this project. You know, they found it very interesting, and so you know, it's the people I'm surrounded with also in this project. They do it for the right reason. They do it for the passion of the music.
I saw last year on the Volbeat YouTube channel that you presented your record collection, your best records from 2023, and I was like, never heard of this band, never heard of this band. And you mentioned earlier that you're such a nerd when it comes to music and also record collection. I'm also a big vinyl collector. First is, do you know the platform, the media outlet Discogs, similar to eBay?
I do.
Do you use it also to archive your collection, or your...
I do not. I have a lot of friends that do that.
Yeah.
You know, I started to buy some certain things in there, but the things that happened was that suddenly people knew it was me.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it you know, that became a little bit of a burden. So when I'm buying stuff that I really can't get, you know, I have friends who has an account on Discogs and they buy it to me.
And what is your holy grail in your collection?
You know, I got a lot of good stuff. So just to mention one that it's almost it's impossible, but I got so many great things. So on top of my head, that's a really tough question.
The Deathcrush EP from Mayhem, maybe?
I do have the vinyl, but I don't have the first print. I was so stupid selling that many years ago.
The first
Sorry, yeah. It's very stupid, very stupid. And no, I got some really, really cool stuff. You know, I even have the promo vinyl from King Diamond's The Eye, where the vinyl cover is just white.
Yeah.
And you know, the cover is inside, and it's just kind of like a demo test print.
Yeah.
But that's just one of few. You know.
What is your opinion about when it comes to liquid vinyl? Do you know that?
Liquid vinyl?
Yeah, there are two LPs pressed together, and there's some kind of space in there, and they're filling liquid in there. It's liquid vinyl. It's at the moment. Some bands at the Slayer did that with the first record, which came out 3 months ago, over Metal Blade also, and they did a liquid-filled one, completely crazy.
Yeah.
And
I have to dig into that.
And my last question is, because our magazine is called Mosh Pit Passion, do you have maybe to share an own mosh pit experience from your youth days? Maybe we're standing on the stage as an artist and you're seeing this mosh pit is completely crazy. Is there any kind of story you want to share or say?
Again, off the top of my head, it's almost impossible to. But you know what? Talking about mosh pit, last year, one of my favorite death metal bands of all time, Grave from Sweden, was playing in my little home city, Nästville,
Crazy.
on a small festival. And that, you know, I was in the mosh pit and, you know, doing my thing as I did way back when I was 17. And I felt 17 again, but my body the day after felt like an 80-year-old man. But it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That's what music is all about. And thank you very much for the time, for the interview. I wish you all the best with Asinhell for you guys out there. This is their debut record out on vinyl, CD. Check it please out. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you.
Mosh pit passion, you know, for the passion of music.